Hello everyone, welcome on in and happy Thursday. I hope everyone has had a great day. I know mine was, despite having a headache from laughing too much yesterday. Yes, let's go! And because the sound got... Really? The sound got corrupted last time we did the intro, at least on the YouTube video. We're gonna do a little bit of more... And apparently my players are also corrupt.
I resent that. This Sen has always been Sen. How dare you, Lillith?
I haven't done anything.
I don't know who did anything because it doesn't show in the chat.
No.
The only thing I've done is the usual things I do with perks. That's all I've done. And the ducks. I do the ducks and the perks. That's my thing.
Anywho, welcome on in for our 15th episode of Candlekeep Mysteries. And music you're listening to right now is Adrian von Ziegler, !music 2 in chat.
Outrageous.
The music is outrageously good.
It really is. It really is. Sound effects during the game is going to be by Sirenscape. Starting soon screen overlay and reworking the maps was done by me in Incarnate. And as Lillith has shown, if you type in !perks in the chat, you can see what you can do with your channel points to help or hinder the party. Like yesterday, a hero point let the Nyxborn Lynx use 2 skeletons as a springboard to get out of the water. No, the skeletons were not immobile. They tried to stabify him.
He also had 2 medium creatures on his back.
Yes. So I am fully aware that there's no way a large creature such as a Nyxborn Lynx should be able to jump out of water carrying 2 medium creatures on their back, especially using 2 very much animate skeletons that are trying to murder the 3 creatures to get out of the water. It
would require an amazing athletics or acrobatics check.
Yes.
Most likely both. One to get out of the water, one to use the skeletons.
Exactly. So I told the player in question that you will have to use your hero point for that. And they agreed, and it was pretty awesome. So that's just one of the examples what you can use your hero points for. But today we are in a different realm altogether, far removed from Theros and Faerun.
Anymore.
The party is by a pretty nasty lake, not as nasty as the water in the labyrinth was yesterday, but still a pretty nasty lake in the Shadowfell. And let's run down who the players are and then get a recap. So, Alexia, who are you and who are you my bad. Lillith, who are you and who will you be playing?
Are you forgetting my names today?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, I'm Lillith. I'm playing Alexia Frillum, the half-elf cleric.
Moony.
Hey everyone, I'm Moonstar, or Moony, or Moon, whatever, and I'll be playing Fenna Dazzlecase, who is the rock gnome evocation wizard.
Sen.
Hello. I am Sen, and I play Sai, the very human, very rogue.
And Vit.
Hello, I'm Viskugga, and I'm playing Silas Nimalon, the half-orc, half-elf barbarian. The pretty boy in the team.
Yes.
That's what you get for being an elf.
Uh,
Above.
and I am Ardana or Joe, or sometimes I respond to Oi, you there, depending on circumstances. I am the GM.
Raven.
I mean, I do voice the Raven Girl too, so.
You forgot to introduce the Raven Girl. She is a
yeah.
valued member of this party.
How
I will not
dare
stand
we?
for this. Ardana, introduce yourself in your capacity as the Raven Girl.
Well, you see that, I don't really know this Ardana person, but if we run into them, maybe we can introduce ourselves. Maybe. Anyway, I'm the channel runner and GM of the lore ride, and I'm also a little bit of the mole in a whack-a-mole game here in Twitch space, especially over on Corsair's Cove, where I tend to pop up on the regular nowadays. And yes, Andy, I know the ravenous maw is displeased with the current feeding regime.
We can hear him on the background.
Yeah.
Outrageous.
Yeah.
What is outrageous? The master demands. The slaves must follow.
Yeah. He started an hour and a half ago.
And
Co-
you've yet to feed him?
Yeah, he gets fed at 9.
Feeding schedule. It's a good thing.
Yes, especially when we adopted a furry beach ball and now we have a cat.
I love that he can ask and he keeps on asking, but he just don't get. That cat is an optimist.
Oh yeah, he
What?
like the longest he's been doing that for was 5 hours. He gets fed every 6 hours. Well, not during the night, but he gets fed every 6 hours during the day. And like an hour after he ate, he started screaming for more.
I was going to say he needs a hobby. But he's a cat, so never mind.
Yeah. And yes, exactly like that, son, except remove the please from it.
It's just feed me.
Yes.
You must. We used to rule a country.
Yes. But yeah, recap of what happened last time, because it's been a while, because I was sick last week. Anyone want to?
Last time on Candlekeep Mysteries, the group met another group of Vistani travelers. And what we also found was this small rock gnome. After our artificer suddenly disappeared and never showed up again. We don't know what happened to him.
Oh, he got stuck
to
in a
be
bookshelf
frankly,
somewhere.
The party does not seem to care. Otherwise we would have gone looking for it, I think. Oh well, to continue. We found a group of Vistani. We went to the Shadowfell. A lovely place, I have to say. Found a small village, some burnt fields, shadowy stuff, boars, wild boars, destroying fields. I have been told that is a common occurrence in small villages like that. For some reason, we did not want to eat shadow boar for dinner, so we did not hunt them, even though Silas went wrestling with one of them. Well, I would not say wrestling, more like one of them bumped into him and he just gave it a hit on his head.
Headbutting him.
Mhm. At that point, Sai remembered that he actually got a map of where you have to go, so we don't just have to follow the Raven Girl.
Oh, yeah,
So yeah,
that
we went
reminds me.
following the map. We found a lake. There are weird ghost lights at the lake. There's most likely something in the lake. What more? it seems that not only does our party and Alexia have problem with furniture, we also have problem with the base materials of furniture, like wood and plants.
Indeed.
That's the basic of everything we face. We either face furniture or the stuff that makes up furniture. What are we doing
No
in our
problem.
lives?
Hey, at least you weren't nearly trampled to death by a sentient couch.
I'm pretty sure one of them got nearly suffocated by a truck.
Oh, we've also been attacked by dinner.
You've been attacked by what?
Dinner. The pigs.
When did dinner attack us?
Yeah, the boars.
The boars
Oh,
last
yes. So I was thinking like, that only happened in Acorns.
You know, I was playing a... Well, but the beginning of a campaign of a system called Teens in Space yesterday on Corsair's Cove, and we got to a planet where all the animals are furniture. So one of the first things we ran into was a cephalopod. And it got mad with us and tried to stomp us to death. And in the background, just Cherosaurus rexes were hunting near fire pits. Now you see why I was laughing my head off. But
Understandable.
But yes. I still haven't gotten my notes up. I am all over the place today. There it is. We are going to turn this music off. Gonna pop on here. And yes. And we're gonna pop on in here. There we go. The slightly broken pier. That's not how I wanted to start. What does it say? Oh yeah. With your feet firmly placed on the slightly broken pier, looking around you, you can see that it is weirdly still around this lake. Even for a place such as a domain of dread, you would expect some form of wildlife or birds or anything like that.
We cannot see the ravens.
No, you can hear ravens, but you cannot see them.
As long as we can hear them, everything will be fine. Worst case scenario, we'll find some elves with the ravens.
The only living creature aside from yourselves that you can see is the Raven Girl. Possibly the lights that were following you across the lake. Since I think you deduced that they were will-o-wisps, but they were strangely friendly for being will-o-wisps. They were not aggressive and just floating around. More or less trying to check you out more than anything.
So, shall we on then? Shall we
So,
off?
yes.
Yeah. The faster we go through this, the better. This place is creeping in the
Indeed.
fuck
And
out of me.
Sai gets the map open again to see where the fuck are we going? Are we still on the right track?
And I hope this works, because I tried really hard to get this map to function.
Oh,
Oh wow.
so are we at this way or are we at the Hand and Horn?
Where you're standing at the lake, you can see the Hand and Horn in the distance. and you can see these two really, really tall, spiky cliffs that make up the hand and horn. And you can very much see that why they are called that, because one looks like a stone gauntlet, and the other one looks like a horn from a goat, like a straight goat horn.
Perfect. So we should be going somewhere left.
Yeah.
Soon. Towards the 333 hill.
The 3-3. Yeah, that's difficult to say.
It's one more 3. Too much.
Yes.
The 333 hill. As one would say. 3. Can't pronounce that. Stupid English.
It's
Damn you.
3. Well, you can just pretend that you're doing an Irish accent, because then it's 3-3 hill.
333 hill.
Sound.
Yes, it be the 333 hill. We should be going to now soon.
3-3 hill.
But yes, we should be going left. Let's see if there's a path nearby that will bring us into that direction.
Is it what's the ground like underneath us? Is it...
Swampy. You know, like when you come up to a lake that's mostly sand and dirt, like around it, so it's kind of mushy. It's not really swampland, but it's mushy. So squish.
Yeah, I think Fenna would just look up at Salus and maybe just tap him if she can and go,
Yes.
I just wondered if you wouldn't mind, Salus, could I ride on your shoulder, please, if that's not too... It was such a beautiful view, and really, it's good. My feet are a bit murky down here, and I mean, I hate to impose, but if that's...
I basically get down on a knee and just let her climb up.
Climbs up and she settles down. She goes, if you don't mind me saying, your shoulders are quite muscular for an elf. Your physique is quite pleasurable. Thank you.
Oh, that would be the orc half of my genes.
Orc? Did you say orc?
Yeah, I. You see, I'm a bit of a mix. That some would call an abomination. You see, I got a half of an elf and a half of an orc. So, orcs hate elves, elves hate orcs. And I'm the mix of the two of them, so I'm hated by both and loved by none. So,
to be fair, there are a lot of elves that hate other elves.
that is also true.
And I wouldn't say you were unloved. I mean, Lyra most likely loves you.
Until I met Lyra, or connected with her, I wasn't loved. But I was loved by my pirate crew that I was in. I guess.
I mean, she's got a hand on your head as she's saying that. She's sitting on your shoulder now, and she's maybe just giving a little bit of a pat. And if I may be so bold, I would argue the other way, because an orc and an elf, it shows that love knows no boundaries, really. To introduce you, if I may say so.
Well,
you can see Alexia goes like this. One side
let's
is just be like, no.
It was not a love story. It was an inconvenient accident of forced, involuntary coalition of genes, if you will.
The orcs came raiding, you mean? As orcs want them to do.
Almost. You're true. They raided, yeah.
They came
raided
raiding
a caravan.
everything that is lost, that it was not nailed to the ground.
basically, they raided a caravan that was transporting my beloved mother and kidnapped her. And well, they came to free her at some point later on, but you know, I kind of was left behind because they did not like that my mother had a child with
No. Oh no.
my father. So
Oh, and she's almost like really like stroking the top of your head now. The more you say it, it's almost like if she could, she would have like just been. But she won't. She can't, Lena, because she's balancing on your shoulder. But she's just giving you a little pat, going, "Oh, there, oh, there. That's so sad. But here you are." She's trying to quickly do a back strap as quickly as she can. But here you are among friends and making your way in life. Jolly good.
don't worry about it. I'm a fairly happy person. That just got created through uncivilized circumstance. But I believe that I also deserve to live, and I also deserve to make a misery for everyone else and just have fun and enjoy life. And hopefully one day I'll find mother and I'll tell everyone else that they are assholes, and I'll see if she love me or something. I don't know. We'll see. I don't even know. But that's kind of why I'm around with this group.
Oh, it's so exciting. Looking for your long lost mother.
Yeah,
Onwards. Let us go.
I stand up. So, since you have the map, Sai, would you like to lead away?
Oh yes. As I was saying, we should be going towards the Hand in the Horn, as we can see in the distance, and then we should be going left, past the Tree Hill, towards the river.
So, a 3-tree hill. Does that mean there's 3 hills with 1 tree each? Is there 1 hill with 3 trees?
No. It is the Tree Hill.
3-tree hill. Oh,
Yes.
one hill, 3 trees.
3 trees and a hill.
Got it.
That's what I'm saying, yes.
Well,
Shall we then?
I'll keep an eye out.
As you are walking along the path, the day grows colder as nighttime is slowly approaching. And it is almost fully dark by the time you reach the bottom of the or the foot of the hand and of the hand portion of the Hand and Horn. The road continues south or southeast from where you're looking, and you can see the shadows and silhouettes of a huge gathering of crows and ravens up on these 2 peaks. They're flying back and forth in swarms. I think it's called flocks, not swarms. Swarm is an insect. But it basically looks like insects against the sky. These black dots just back and forth. Sai, you can tell that Heluta is not comfortable at all. She's basically like pressing against you on your shoulder.
Oh, look, there's an unkindness of ravens.
A what?
An unkindness of ravens.
That is the actual term.
Yes. It
Yes.
is.
Has my psionic response been out?
How
Yes.
long did it last? I think it was an hour left when you hit the lake, so it would have run out by this time.
That's a long resting, but I can get. So I'm using a psychic die in order to reapply it, targeting Alexia, myself, and Raven Girl again.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not telling her this time either, oh god.
No, I'm not telling you. No, that's 6 hours. After that, I shall use my bonus action to recover a single psionic die,
Nice.
as I can
Yep.
do once every short rest. Yeah, for the coming 6 hours, we can talk to the Raven Girl again.
Nice. Yep. So.
Is something wrong, dear? My dear?
Well, they're talking about strange things. That they're not nice. That they're
Who is talking?
the other birds. That they're not nice. That they seem hungry.
The other birds, the other ravens.
Mm-hmm. I don't really like them. Like they seem very much. We should probably find some cave or something to sleep in.
How late is it actually?
It's just after sunset.
Yes, we should. Perhaps you are right. So Alexia, I'm saying in her mind.
She will basically have her small little jump and be like, I told you to tell me. I told you to tell me next time you did this.
Did you not hear the Raven Girl talk?
Did I hear them if they have a private conversation? Doesn't he
Ken?
decide if...
Wait, how does it actually work?
Really, it works like if Alexia wants to talk to the Raven Girl, she has to tell you first, and then I just ignore that and usually rule it that the person casting can decide who hears what. Because they're basically channeling through you. You are the router for this conversation.
Oh yeah, so this is like a group call?
Yeah.
Everyone hears everything?
She would have jumped when you asked Raven Girl, and she would be like, I told you to tell me. I told you to tell me.
Sai is a bit distracted and does not hear anything said in his head. So we shall politely ignore it. But yeah,
What was it?
Alexia, as the Raven Girl said, perhaps it might be a good idea to start looking for some shelter for the night. Now, it does not get much darker than this. But you know what they say, after dark comes out the evil.
Yet I do say that. Do I see any place?
Then again, it
looks
is always
safe.
dark at night here. So there's always evil abound.
I'm just glad Silas did not hear that.
Oh yeah.
Hear what?
You couldn't hear it because it's in our mind.
Yep.
I thought you said it, so yeah, never mind.
Looking around, you see several caves and openings in the hand-looking stone pillar thing. I don't even know what that's called when it's not inside a cave. But and all of them seem a little bit like tight and narrow to get into, but if you squeeze, you might be able to find a good place to rest for the night.
Does anyone of the caves look like they're homes to anything?
No.
Well, there's a couple of caves. Just have to squeeze in.
Are you guys telling us this, by the way?
She does say that one out loud.
Question: what exactly are you guys looking for?
Caves.
Shelter.
Well, why didn't you say so? I'm good at finding shelters. Maybe from now on, which I already told you guys, you could maybe communicate verbally to the rest of the group who can't hear voices in our heads.
Excuse me, what voices?
So what he says, Sai, is connect him, not me.
I'm not saying to connect me. I think it's creepy as fuck. However, communicate with me and the little woman over here as well.
Her
So
name
we
is
are
Fenna
aware,
still.
and I know.
I didn't.
He's just face palming. Well,
Basically, it was much said. Basically, our Haluti here is just scared of the other birds because they say nasty things. So basically, we're just
like
looking
what?
for like some creatures maybe around. You know,
The other ravens want to eat us, as far as I can understand.
So we thought maybe at least start looking for a shelter and then ask you guys what you were thinking.
Well, try to keep me and Fenna in the loop.
Oh, I see. I understand. You were having a conversation and we couldn't hear you.
Why, yes, that is exactly true.
I'm sorry. I've just been trying to work it out.
It's fine. I didn't get it at first either until he connected me, and it was kind of
Yes.
odd.
So from now
And
on,
he does not warn me.
Fenna's saying, so I can talk to you all.
Is she thinking that?
I'm not sure how this works, I have to say. She says to you all.
No,
So
it's more of something Sai can do. It's telepathically. So basically, me and Haluti and Sai can talk. Of course, Sai decides who talks, and he, for some reason, always connects me because I think he is having fun when he scares me.
My dear, that is absolutely wrong. It is because the Raven Girl likes the soothing presence of your mind.
She does?
Most likely.
Raven just looks at you like, sure, yeah, okay, yeah. At least it's less chaotic than just one, I think, maybe.
You know, you can tell me if I should just leave the call thing.
Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. It's just, I'm not very good at talking to people. Usually people chase me away because,
You see that, Fenna?
She will just start petting Haluti a little bit, like, I would never do such a thing.
You know that
see
you
how they
can
look at
end
each other so
the
weirdly?
communication whenever you want to.
They look at each other so weirdly, and then they occasionally open their mouths like they're about to say something, and then they don't. That's how you see how they are talking with their minds. They are doing these weird faces all the time. We can't hear what they're saying, so they could be insulting us behind our eyes or ears, mind, I don't know.
And what will we be insulting exactly? Do you take me for the insulting kind? She's getting a little bit like.
Not you. Him. Points aside.
And he hasn't been saying anything about you.
Well, I wouldn't know. However, I'm just saying, it would be nice to be included in the conversation, not telepathically, but you could at least transcribe what she's saying.
An interpreter.
And she will say in her mind to Sai, like, I think he's insulted.
Why would he be?
Because he can't talk to the Raven Girl, maybe?
You're really talking again.
Yeah, and
Now she's just like tilting her head looking at you too.
There is definitely something about the eyes when it's the mind thing, isn't it? I saw it there. Very interesting.
Yeah, they open
Do it again.
and they open their mouths as well, like
Fascinating.
this is weird.
You see,
And occasionally they do that weird thing with their nostrils as well. Like it's pretty funny to watch.
Flaring, yes.
The Raven is just sitting on Sai's shoulder and just... Because she can understand you, but she can't talk back.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just going like... Okay.
But again, I think we should actually take shelter. I don't like getting my eyes plucked out by birds.
Are you saying this? Or
Yes, I'm saying it.
Telepathy,
And she
confusing
starts
everyone.
walking into one of the caves because she's like, I'm done with this shit.
Do be careful of the shadow creatures. I said telepathically. Telepathically.
Be
And she
careful, there
will
might
be
be
like-
beasts. Let me go first, at least.
Oh, she's walking first. She's. You
Or
insulted her.
don't.
You insulted her by saying she would insult you.
He didn't say she would. He would.
Helute is gonna hop up on Silas's shoulder and put her head like next to Fenna's. You know that like looking over your shoulder kind of thing? So you suddenly have a black beak like next to your face, Fenna. Like,
Hello, little girl, Raven. Halloumi? Halloumi?
Helute.
Halute? Oh,
Yeah.
very sweet, very sweet. I don't know if you can understand me or hear me, but we're going to get you home, and it's all going to be all right, even though it looks like we're having a little bit of an argument at the moment. But it will all be good. As soon as we get away from those and she looks up to the mass of ravens. As soon as we move away from them, and then she says to Sailus, maybe we should follow Alexia and find some shelter. It's dark and creepy.
I'm walking after Alexia, and I'm having a torch at the ready in case we need to get some fire up to hopefully avoid shadows.
Getting into the cave you selected, it's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but it opens up into what looks like a longer, like hallway almost. Like the cave itself is very long, but kind of narrow. It's maybe 60 feet long, but only 20 feet wide. And in like the ceiling of it is very uneven. So at its highest point, it's 25 feet, and at its lowest, it's only 5 feet.
But it looks natural.
Yeah.
Weird case.
Alexia will cast light on her mace.
Yep.
For
Oh, yes, thank you. It was getting hard to see in here.
you're very welcome. Was it like a long hallway?
Yeah, it's like very narrow when you first walk in, and then it opens up. But it's very long, and ends in like a cliff wall, and it's a lot narrower than it's long. So
I guess we have to squeeze in.
Is there any tracks of anything? Any beasts? Any kind of creatures that might have been passing through? Any signs of life that has been here previously, or?
Give me a survival or investigation check, your choice.
Survival.
You do see a few tracks on the ground. It kind of looks like big rodent feet. Like shaped like maybe a rat or a rabbit. More rat because there are claws out. And they seems to be bipedal. They also you don't see any signs of a fireplace or anything like that, but it seems like whoever was here has rested in various different areas because the sand and dirt has been disturbed and flattened.
Recently, or?
No, it's been at least a few days. So, and because this is inside a cave, it would have been at least a week, from what you can tell.
Right, and could you repeat, like, how big is this?
It's 60 feet long from entrance to back and 20 feet wide. So it's very long and narrow. Well, not very narrow, but it's more narrow than it's, yeah. And the ceiling is like craggly and weird.
Alright. I'll just say, be careful. Something has been staying here maybe a few days ago. So if we rest here, we should definitely keep a close watch.
We always
In case,
should.
yes, but in case something returns.
I'll take the first watch. I don't mind.
I'll take the second watch.
And then I shall take third.
Oh, watches. So exciting. I'll go fourth. No problem. All by myself, no problem at all.
Do you still need some light, or are you good?
Depends if we shall make a fire or not. Like, what's the temperature around here? Is it like cooling down, or?
It's slowly dropping. It's not cold yet, but you could feel that it's going to get colder, a lot colder during the night.
Fires in caves are always a bit of a... How is the air circulation inside the cave?
It's not great. The entrance is very narrow.
I can make us a small campfire. Just a little one. It might give a little bit of warmth. How big a fire could prestidigitation create? Just as a small campfire.
I'm pretty sure prestidigitation can start a campfire. So if you have all the wood prepared and everything, you can light it.
Light, yeah, I see it. Light,
Cannot actually
light or start a
make.
campfire or a small campfire. Got
What
you.
you-
Now the spell create bonfire, definitely good. But
Yeah.
there's concentration.
What you can do with prestidigitation is heat an object.
Can you?
Yeah, you can warm up an object.
Oh, yeah, can warm it up 1
So,
cubic feet for an
Are
hour.
we going to do like Star Trek, warm up some rocks to give off heat?
You could do that.
I'm not sure how long it would actually last.
I mean, the effect
An hour.
lasts for an hour.
Of
But
course it's magic, so it's not science. Yeah,
Yeah.
so...
but like
But a
rocks
rock keep-
retains heat.
Yeah, but it also gives off. The energy stored in the rock gets given off, but the magic makes it so it's like, it's there for an hour.
Yeah.
And after that, it's just the energy is gone,
Yeah, that's true.
because the effect ends. It's like, normally you heat up a rock, and over the course of an hour, it starts giving off less heat, but this time it's just consistently heat, then it's gone.
Yeah, that's true.
It's actually better.
Well, I think the rock will still keep the heat. Because even if the effect stopped, the rock doesn't just cool off unless you do it with spell to do the opposite way. Because even if the magic works,
Yeah. Hmm.
the rock is still physically hot.
Why do I have a bed wall? Oh, it's only a thin blanket? I also have a cloak.
Either way,
Should look into getting an actual blanket.
I do have torches that could bring some heat, but not a lot.
And so do I. It's more for using as light.
Yes. The problem if we make a campfire, it's gonna be a lot of smoke.
Yes, which is why I do not wish to make one. I was looking around Gavin to see how good the air circulation would be.
We
Yes,
should also avoid unnecessary light sources that would create shadows. So the light sources we have needs to be proper to avoid the shadows. If you get what I mean.
You know, basically, that the dark is a shadow, right?
I know. Which is why we need a proper light source. So there's no shadows at all.
lots of light then.
Alexia will just pick up a rock and cast light on it instead of her shield and give it to Sai and be like, here's a light source, do what you want, I'm going to the entrance to keep watch. And she walks to the entrance.
Only less an hour and I'm going to sleep because I take third watch. That's like 4 hours in.
This is not gonna help, I think.
I shall light a torch once it's my time.
The ground in the cave, is it rock or is
I
it
will actually
dirt?
take 3 torches.
It's dirt and sand, but it's been packed in certain places where you can see that someone like a creature has been sleeping or resting or laying down.
Torch burst. 1 more.
Does it smell like an animal kind of cave? I mean, or is that smell?
There is like traces of fur, but there's you don't really see any like leftovers or anything like that. There are no bones, and it seems like it's only been used for sleeping in. So if you get close to the sand, you get that combination of dirt, sand, and fur.
No fecal matter, if you will.
No. It seems like whoever was here has made sure to do that outside of the cave.
I feel like we should have several torches alight and then keep relighting them every hour.
In that case, we will be quickly going to all torches.
Yes.
I only have 3 of them.
I have
10.
10 torches.
10 torches, my bad. And I was looking wrong.
Some torches.
That, or we could get... No, that wouldn't work.
We are going to have to look into additional sources of light. Magical, preferably. Perhaps an eternal flame in a lantern?
That's an option.
Ah, sorry,
So, you know a
Fenna.
lot of shadow creatures.
Fenna, you would not happen to know that spell, would you?
Which spell?
I'm actually continual flame.
No.
Ah.
I love a theory.
Well, if you are going to continue traveling with us, perhaps when we get back to Candlekeep, we shall have to look into seeing if they have scrolls spell for you to learn of. Or just buy a pre-made lantern.
Believe me, I have a little wish list of what would be nice to do, rather than just know the theory of it.
So, you more studious people in this group. How much do you know about these shadow creatures? And the Shadowfell? Are they like
Are you
the
asking
moment we have
Fenna or
shadow?
me?
All 3 of you.
Oh. Oh fuck, let's see, I actually know a shit on.
Do you know, like, if, like, at the moment it's dark, will they instantly come? Like, is it automatically gonna be shadow creature instantly and we're gonna die? Or is it like they will only come if they find us?
Let me say it like this. There is a certain type of creature here in the Shadowfell called Shadow Mastiffs. They are like big hounds. However, whilst they reside within the dark, you don't see them. Unless they wish to be seen. As with a lot of creatures here in the Shadowfell, it is hard to see them if they do not wish to be seen. And such, they could be here already and we would not know.
But we have light right now.
Just have staff a little bit more.
They could be outside the circle of light. Inside they wouldn't be able to enter, but yes. Which is why I said a continual flame was something we should have looked into before coming here. An oversight on my part, so you have my apologies.
Can you hear them?
Over the sound of the ravens? That will be pretty hard. But yes, you would... With most of them, you would be able to hear them, though quite a few are capable of teleportation or something equivalent.
So they are like normal creatures, except you can't see them in the dark?
Yes.
And
Those are the more common ones. If we actually meet one of the bigger ones, then we shall die.
I mean, we could with 2 torches just light the whole corridor, really, because it's only 60 feet, and the torch would light 40 feet. So a couple of torches and it would be lit and light.
Depending on the creature, it is bright light that you wish to have. Dim is always the question. It's for humans like myself, not easy to see in dim light. And for most shadow creatures, dim is enough not to.
If you get dim light from 2 sources, would that count as bright light?
That's a DM question. If you have 2 overlapping pieces of dim light. DM.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'd say that.
That's
Yeah.
if you read it like the actual lightning rules. No.
Yeah.
Would it make sense to have 2 sources of weaker light would increase the total amount of lux in the area? So
I'd say you would get something in between bright and dim light.
not as dim, but not as bright as bright.
Exactly. Which is like
Like
Brightish.
bright-ish. Yeah. It's like,
perhaps we might be able to use torches for now, but tomorrow we should be looking into making an actual fire to keep going throughout the night.
Mhm.
As it might not be possible in order to replant this or stock of torches anytime soon.
So you said bigger shadow creatures.
Yes.
What are we talking about?
Up
You
to what
see,
you are gonna. Yes.
I don't know anything about this
So,
godforsaken darkness of a place that is creeping the fuck out of me. And I don't hit things that you can't hit. So I need to know, can you hit them?
in terms of bigger creatures here in the Shadowfell, well, I'm pretty sure this is like a CR 16 or higher creature. I'm got his fucking name, but there is a creature here from the Shadowfell that takes the form of a giant shade. It walks around, getting close to it makes one feel frightened.
Oh, she could be here then, right now.
It is hard to see from a distance, but obvious up close. It is also, as most shadow creatures, made out of negative emotions, let's one say. Like the name is in the tip of my tongue.
Oh joy.
Ah, yes, that's what it was. A Nightwalker. That's not CS16.
no, it's not.
Yes, it's like living dead. It consumes all life. Everything around it starts dying. And if you die, you will not have a good death.
And you're
If we
saying,
happen to...
and you're saying we willingly walked into this place knowing that that sort of thing is here?
Well, it exists on this plane. It's not like there are a lot of them.
Are we still having the mental connection? Side?
Yes.
Yes.
6 hours, so yes.
Can you please stop scaring the living death out of people and please go to bed?
I am merely answering questions, Legal. They wish to know more of the creatures, and like, this is one of the creatures here. Yes, they are quite rare. This is fully telepathic. However, the emotions and everything is going on. Like, I stopped my conversation with Silas and start motioning towards you. So
They're
yes,
doing that thing again. They're doing that thing again. It's like mine. It's amazing.
thing is here, the chances of us meeting that thing 1 in a million.
Yes, but
It's
with the
nearly
noise.
impossible, and if we do happen to meet one of those, then we shall die. A
Yeah, and with the
horrible,
noise.
horrible death.
And with the noise you're making through a tunnel that echoes, it makes things a little bit worse.
I'm gonna take the pebble of light. I'm gonna wrap it in rope. And I'm gonna go outside the cave and start swinging it around, making sure I see in all directions.
You can't go outside because Alexia is blocking the way. And she's like, go to bed so I can go to bed afterwards.
Do you see anything out there?
No, but I've been hearing you shouting, and everything else around here most likely heard everything. Go to bed.
There has been no shouting going on.
It is basically shouting. You're in a small cave. You're echoing as hell.
Yeah, it would be.
She's basically like, go to fucking bed. I don't want to die.
Why are you yelling?
She's not yelling. She's like, go to fucking bed. I want to sleep as well. And you
It's
can...
echoing quite a lot.
Go to bed. Sleep. Nothing will enter the cave.
Wolf for me,
There's
if
no
in
light
that
here.
one the Nightwalker walks in.
I mean, I
Okay.
could be
The
mean
light-
and ask
Yeah.
chat to roll D100 for me.
Like,
Alexia is the
D100?
first one to die because you guys are making so
No,
much
no.
noise. So she's just sitting there like, why aren't they going to sleep?
I am willing to
Silas
take
is
that
holding up the
bet.
pebble for you.
1D100, Nightwalker on a net 1. What do we get if there is not a net 1? Sai already rolled, it's a 7, we're safe.
A legendary item, so we shall never die.
Alexia should get something because she's gonna die at this point.
Well, if
You're always afraid of the Jackers dying, and none of them have died yet.
Yet. But now,
Don't worry, Cycle rolled, he rolled a 7. It's dangerously close to a net 1, but it's not a net 1.
it's not a net 1, and
So no Nightwalker.
no Nightwalker.
that's something else. Thank you.
Alexia, please roll me a perception check.
Goody.
I'm
He's
holding
gonna
up the
show them
light
messages.
pebble, by the way.
If
Yeah.
possible,
So-
try to tame one. They are amazing guard dogs.
Yeah, I'm dead. Good,
Should
good
I-
job, guys.
Should I roll as well since
No,
I'm
you're
at
too
the moment?
bad. Go to.
I'm gonna
Let
say
me die in peace.
Silas is actually trying to help. I'm gonna say that you can roll with advantage if you want.
It's a 15.
Yes. So, as you're trying to usher Silas and Sai to bed, you notice that there's something hanging from one of the lower parts of the ceiling
In
Let's
the
see.
cave?
in the cave. It's
Oh, God.
it looks like a pouch, and it has the same color as the rest of the cave. So it's extremely hard to see. But it seems like someone has taken a piton and just slammed it into the cave wall and then hung a pouch from it.
Hi, there's something above your head. No, not
Where?
not Silas.
Above my
She's
head?
saying it in her.
Yeah, but he's instantly reacting if she says
Yeah,
it.
but she's saying it in her mind because she's tired of
Oh.
you talking.
Above my head? What is there? I've
It's a
like,
pouch, it seems.
with her pointing it out, how easily would I be able to see it?
With her pointing it out, it is still very difficult to see. You would basically notice the piton before you see the bag.
Yeah, passive of 17.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying you can see the piton before you see the bag.
Well, basically, what Silas sees, like she pointing into the cave, looking angry.
Yeah,
That's all he sees.
He
And
turns
Sai is only
around
looking up.
instantly.
To the roof. I grab the bag.
it
Of holding.
clinks in your hand.
It blinks.
Clinks, like coin clinking.
I was afraid we were gonna get another mimic. Suddenly.
I didn't even
I'm
think of that, actually. But no, it's
would
not
be
a
ironic.
mimic. That would be funny, though.
Oh, sorry, you pick up a bag. It blinks at you. What do you mean it blinks? No,
Yeet.
it blinks. Oh, it could have been a bag of devouring. No, then I would have died. Okay, so clinking. I
Yes.
like shaky, shaky, clinky, clinky.
Yep.
I open.
In the weird lighting, you see that there's something metallic in there. There's also something soft. It looks like something like fabric.
Is it shiny?
There's some shiny in there, but the fabric stuff is not shiny.
Yeah, I'm like shaking out of my hand.
Yeah.
Getting everything out the back.
As you pour everything out, a lot of coins start like falling over your hand. And then a smaller little pouch land in your hand, along with a pair of fingerless gloves.
Okay, interesting. I did not expect so many coins.
It's mostly copper coins.
Even so, like I'm just, like thinking small bag should not be too much in there, so I can just keep it in one hand.
Yeah, but with the other smaller pouch and the gloves,
Yeah.
like some of the coins spill over your hand as you shake it out.
I lay down the coins like on a pile, put them together. Then I look at the gloves and at the extra pouch. Are the gloves anything special or just nice fingerless gloves?
They look like they've been knitted by someone who is very good at knitting. And it's very, very fine yarn they've been made with. And
Do I notice anything magical about it?
Have I seen all this? I'm not quite sure where Fenrir is whilst all this is happening.
It's in the cave, so
It's
yeah,
okay,
you
but
would
not
notice. And
She
I mean,
probably would have. She probably would have gone up. So when the as the items came out, she would have said, if you wish, if you give me a little bit of time, I can see whether there's any magic in there. Perhaps it might have been valuable. Who knows? And I can do identify ritually.
Do you have the material components for that?
I don't think there's any.
let me double check that.
Oh, there is.
You need for identify.
She
You need
does not have 100 gold. She does not have 100 gold.
No. It's a pearl word.
No,
100
no valuables here. She rummages around in her head and suddenly realizes something else to add to the
Costly
shopping
material
list.
components are. Such things are easily overlooked. I made the mistake on a cleric. A lot.
Oh yeah, having a spellcasting focus only works if it's not a cost associated with it.
Yeah, so when it comes to costly materials, you actually have to hold the material. So if you are having a focus and something else in your hands, you have to drop something, get the item, then use it.
Yeah.
which can get a bit weird with juggling items.
Yeah. So as
Yeah,
far
basically
as,
like a quick look to see if it's magical.
All she could do then is do a detect magic instead, I guess, ritually.
I mean, if you want, or you can do an Arcana check. Yeah, but either way works.
Yep, that's what I was going for. Kind of check.
So yeah. Fenna, if you want to, you can do the detect magic, and Sai, if you give me an Arcana check.
And as they're doing that, Alexa's just pointing into the cave and be like looking really mad at Silas, like, go the fuck in the
We
cave.
are going for a long rest.
Yes.
So I am using my psionic die in order to increase this by 1. Does a 12 meet your DC?
For the small pouch, yes. You can tell there's something.
I was looking at the gloves.
Yeah, you look at the gloves and you're like, that doesn't look magical. But there's something odd with the tiny pouch.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I put the gloves with the gold pile, with the money pile for now. Then I open the small pouch.
The small pouch contains 7 beans in various sizes and colors.
Fuck me. Please tell me this isn't a bag of magical beans.
It is a bag of magical beans.
Oh fuck you. No! No! Fuck. Oh fuck. Okay. That's like something you want late game and you hope to get from fucking X out of those. Bag of magical beans.
It is the magic item bag of beans. You have 7 beans in the bag.
The 7 beans.
And if you dump them out on the ground, they explode in a 10-foot radius. Or you can plant them and wait a while, and something weird will happen.
Yeah, so it can be weird stuff. It can be good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We can also get a random bulletti or a pyramid with a mummy lord.
Yep.
Which means that if we get a pyramid, we gotta run away. Because like even the top thing, the giant beanstalk,
Mm-hmm.
could be, depending on the GM's mood, a gold mine or a death trap.
Or both at the same time.
Or I had like a group that managed to get a lot of beans and got a shit ton of eggs from those. Sufficient to say, we had a single player with 20s in all stats because of it.
Oh, I gave a bag of beans to my mod group, and so far the artificer has been using the catapult spell to catapult beans at things.
Like, yeah, that's like a DC 15 dex save for 5 d4 fire damage.
She nearly
It's
blew
not-
up the bard with one of them.
Honestly, it's not bad. However, I really like to just plant them.
I mean, it's your bag. You do whatever you want with it. Oh, thank you. I got a hero point. Well, I already have a hero point, so I'm gonna keep that.
I thought you had 2 hero points. Oh no, it's 8 coins.
It's 8 coins.
Why is it your partner gives you all the hero points? It's like he's waiting just for one moment where you go and like you expected everything to go right? Well, I have hero points.
But yes,
No,
Fenna.
you're not like that.
With your, are you doing the ritual for detect magic, or are you?
Yeah.
Okay, so with the ritual for detect magic, you do see a tiny trace of enchantment coming off of the gloves. It is very faint and very hard to pick up. The DC to see that was 18. With an Arcana check. But with Detect Magic, you see that there's like, it's almost like someone has knitted in traces of enchantment into the gloves.
Is it possible to see what sort of magic it might be?
Enchantment magic.
It's enchantment magic. You can't really tell what they do. But there is like a... the trace also seems to continue. Like, the gloves stop, like, on the first knuckle of each finger, but the magic seems to continue out over and cover the whole finger.
I'm getting.
I would just say to Sai, those gloves are a little bit magical. I mean, very well knitted, I have to say, but just a little bit of magic in there as well.
Totally. I
Maybe not
have
as
seen the
virile
bags.
as they look.
I'm sorry, what did you
hands
say?
over the pebble to Alexia.
Why are you giving me the pebble?
Well, if you don't see a creature coming in because they walk through the darkness, we will be dying before you notice.
And having a light source by the entrance so things will see we're here is better?
You need to see if something comes in or not.
I can
You
see
won't- you
well.
They can't be seen in darkness. Didn't you hear what he said? They can't.
No, but they can be
seen in darkness.
heard. They can be heard if you're quiet. Go to freaking bed. You are on her last nerve at the moment.
I'm scared, okay? I'm
And
terrified.
Lyra will protect you. Go to bed. And she points back at the cave, really annoyed.
He
About what time is it now?
unwillingly walk back inside.
It's about, I'd say, 2 hours after sundown. So, say 9, 10-ish at night.
Not too bad, but
Well,
it is
Fenna, do help. You said it was magic in these gloves. I took a look, but I could not see anything that might be magical. Could you? And Saya picks up the gloves, moves a bit close to Fenna, keeping the other stuff, putting it back in the bag. That's for tomorrow to divide. Now, where did you see the magic? And I want to check over the gloves again with Fenna's help this time.
Yeah, sure. If you want to, go ahead.
So Arcana with help from Fenna, so advantage.
She's explaining. She just explains what she's seen.
Yeah, with a 23 and Fenna pointing out like where she saw it or where she still sees it, you can see faint traces of magic knitted into the yarn of the gloves, and also what looks like almost a little tiny bit of magic that continues from the stubs onwards, but it's extremely hard to say. I mean, with the 23 you can see it, but it's very difficult.
Would I be able to tell what this is?
Say with the 23...
I can, if it does not make the DC, I can add a D6 to this.
Yeah, no, it makes the DC. The DC is still 18, so you're 5 over. So you can tell that it looks like enchantment.
Yeah, but can I tell it's just like magic just a random spell woven into some gloves, or is this a magic item?
You can tell it's a magic item. It has been created to be a magic item. By
But I cannot tell what magic item without attuning to it.
Exactly.
Enchantment. 2 levels until Lillith gets remove curse. I can take that risk. So, okay. How very interesting. I think that perhaps we should have another look at this tomorrow, once we are fresh of mind.
It's a little lighter.
Yes. So, I tell you, I will divide the magical beans I found, and, well, technically speaking, Alexia found, and the coins. Tomorrow at breakfast. Let us all now retire for the night and start resting.
Nice.
Also, during my watch, I will attend to tune to the gloves to see what they are.
Okay. Yep.
Depending on what they are, I might deattune from it during the second hour of my watch.
Yep, absolutely.
Like, if they're actually useful to me, I might keep attuned to it. If not directly useful, or more useful for another member of the party, I will most likely deattune.
Yes. Amethyst Nova, if you're still here, please roll me a d4.
I'm really getting like living glow. No, not living gloves. That makes sense. At least I hope not. That's like getting cursed.
If not, let's have Cycle roll a d4. So exclamation point. Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Roll space d4 in chat, please. Nova or Cycle. There we go. 4. So Fenna, you had the last watch, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So as the sun slowly rises again, you see in the far, far distance tall shadows, human-ish tall shadows moving across the path.
Multiple?
Yes.
Are we like talking huge? Tall?
No. We're talking
Human tall.
human tall.
Okay, I thought like you were
Size.
going to say like
No.
a bunch of Nightwalkers walk around.
Yeah, no. Not even I am that cruel. I'm not throwing Nightwalkers at you.
No, like saying like there are Nightwalkers nearby. You best be quiet. Watch out.
Yeah, no. So as the sun rises, you see these group of shadows crossing the path that you walked the day before. And in the morning's early light, you can tell that there's some glinting that lets you know that they're probably armed. They're wearing some kind of armor, and they're walking in a very coordinated way.
How far away are they?
Huh?
How far away are they?
Let me check. They are maybe 120, 140 feet.
And how many of them did you say? Did you see?
You can make out 5 individuals in this group, and as the sun comes up further, you can see that their skin is like a pale gray, black hair, and their armor is like silvery with leather pieces.
Yeah.
My favorite vase.
She and how far away the whole cave is like 60 feet long.
Yeah.
Everyone's sleeping at the back, I presume, or they sort of like in the middle, or
It depends on where you wanted to sleep. At the back is kind of, what's that called? I'm losing words. But like the ceiling is very low at the back. So if anyone's sleeping there, they would have to take care when they get up, or they're gonna bang their head.
So guys, how far away are you sleeping? Basically, are you within 30 feet or not? That's what she's trying to ascertain. So if you'd be like in the middle of the cave or sleeping right at the end.
Wasn't
In
there
the
like
middle?
a very small opening at the end?
Yeah, a very small opening. So
Yeah, in that case,
middle.
it's definitely better to be in the middle.
So she had just she won't take her eyes off them, and she just quietly cast a mage hand, and it'll tap Sen.
Sorry.
Sai on the shoulder. And then it'll move, and it'll like just really start tapping Salus, and it'll really start tapping Alexia.
Yes. But what's going on?
And if you look, she's like she's just like waving frantically at the cave front.
Something outside? Okay, I
And they
just
don't
quickly-
look good. They're armoured and they're coming away. But I've holding the fort. We're fine. But maybe wake up.
Yeah, so I quickly wring the sleep out of my eyes, and then, assuming since we are camping, slept in my leathers, should not be too uncomfortable, since it's leather armor.
Yeah, leather armor should be fine. It's when you try to tell me that you've been sleeping in plate mail, I'm gonna have an issue.
Alexia would start taking on her chainmail because she is not sleeping in that shit.
Yeah. So, wrap my cloak around me, flip the hood up, and stealthily look to the front. I attuned to the gloves during my watch. What were they?
They are called sticky-fingered gloves. And as you attune to them, you notice that your fingers feel a lot more dexterous.
Are they like lesser version of Gloves of Thievery?
I haven't actually. I think yes. Let me double
Like
check.
Gloves of Thievery is just a +5 to sleight of hand.
Sai is getting so OP, he's basically invisible and sticky finger now.
No, they're actually a better version. So what they do is that they give you advantage on picking locks and picking pockets. But
okay, this is a homebrew item?
Yeah, it's an homebrew item. It's from the deck of many quests. You don't get advantage on any other sleight of hand though. It's just those two.
So just picking pockets, picking locks, and picking pockets. Advantage.
Yeah. Just picking locks and picking pockets.
Okay. Yeah, I would have kept attuned to those, considering that in the party that is my job.
Yeah.
Or at least I am the most likely to pick open a lock, if you're not using magic.
True.
But not useful in this context, in this situation. So, sneak to the opening. Let's see what I find.
Yep.
100 people.
As you are.
We got a long rest, right?
Yes, you did.
Let me just immediately use my side eye to get higher than if 10. That's a 12.
Yeah. As you are sneaking to the front and looking out, you see this group of 5. They look to be about your size, your height.
Mm-hmm.
And well armored, just like Fenna said. Pale gray skin, black hair. And in the morning light, you can see one of them turns a little bit. And most of their eye is also black.
It's black hair that makes the difference between Underdark and Shadowfell.
Yes.
Would Sai recognize them for what they are?
Give me a nature or history check. Yes, you from reading.
Damn Shadakai.
Yeah. From your readings and studies, you recognize that this is probably a scout group of Shadakai.
That is literally my favorite phase in this entire game.
And they don't look like they want to sit around a campfire and laugh about silly stories.
No, but other than Dvau, Shadakai are not immediately evil.
No. No, they're not.
So at least, whilst they don't look like they want to, there is a chance we actually get to do that. And like with Dvau, it is most likely just stabby, stabby, stab, take all your stuff.
Lolth beholden drow.
Yes. Which is a good 90%.
Yes, it is. But you might get the other 10%.
that is just bad luck. There's nothing we can do about that.
Yeah. The other 10% will only stabify you if you insult them.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Shadakai, nearly all of them are followers of the Raven Queen.
Yes.
Since we have been led here by a raven, might use that as pretense. Are they like directly coming our way or just passing by?
They're passing by.
Okay, getting back into the cave. Okay, so everyone, shh. Be quiet. As it is now, a group of Shadakai, the natives of this lovely plain, are passing by. There seems to be just a regular scout group. If we do not open hostilities with them, I do not see a reason as to why they would with us. However, avoiding is in all cases better.
Alexia is holding up her hand.
Yes, Alexia?
You could have just said shush.
Then you wouldn't know what's going on.
We would still shush.
Okay, in that case, shush.
Perspective, Fenna just does a little rage armor. She just really quietly taps herself.
You wouldn't happen to know some illusion spells to shield us?
Only in an emergency. I mean, I can maybe disguise myself a little bit, but only me. And my demeanour isn't one of like theirs, shall we say? They're sort of confident as they seem to be marching by. Are you sure that they're okay? We could ask them if they would like a cup of tea, maybe, or something.
Shadakai are not evil in nature. Mostly.
This whole the black eye
it's
thing.
in that case. If you wish, we could ask them come over for a cup of tea. However, I did not bring tea with me. Did you?
Well, we have a water and torches and no, I don't have a tea bag. Unfortunately, sorry.
Leaves.
Just
He leaves.
nerves get in the way, and I mean not nerves. Not scared at all. No, not scared at all. It's fine.
Well,
It's
in
fine.
any case, better to just shush and take a quiet.
How far into Fenna's watch is this?
This would be in the end, towards the end of it. Just
Yeah, Alexia will basically just have her armor on and like. At least I got sleep.
Yeah, all of you would have gotten a long rest. This would have been towards the tail, like the end of Fenna's watch. So all of you got a long rest. As the group of Shadakai move closer to your hiding spot, there's like, aside from the ravens who are slowly waking up and starting to circle again, there's not a sound made. As they pass by, you can basically only hear the shh of sand moving on the dry road. And from what you can tell, they pass to the right, continue on a road that seems to continue towards the mountains in the distance. What would you like to do as these pass? Well, as they have passed.
Should we continue?
I give them. So just like 5 more minutes. Just
Yeah, she would wait until basically they would most likely be way out of reach and be like, should we be going?
No. The chance of a second group coming by soon after the first one is very small.
So
We also do not know why they were patrolling around to begin with. However, we might have some time quietly.
did any of them have a
Peacefully.
sash on?
No.
Okay.
To peacefully eat a breakfast. Also, I found some things in that bag you pointed out yesterday.
Yeah, I was hoping it would quiet you people down. I was gravely mistaken.
So, how many bronze coins,
So,
copper coins were in there?
so in this bag was 2 gold pieces,
Okay.
1 silver piece, and 27 copper pieces.
I'm just going to throw everything like that into the party. Make it easy for myself. So currently the party fund is at 142 gold, 51 silver, and 27 copper.
Nice.
That is for party expenses like resurrections, healing,
Identify.
material components meant for party purpose. Perhaps like, hey, I'm lacking like 50 gold to buy this set of armor. Like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Stuff like that. I'm not sure actually Fenna was aware of that. But yes, we do have a party fund. Kept by Sai. He handles most of the money.
Silas is not aware.
And it's only just met you.
We
Yes.
haven't got round to talking about finances and things.
Oh yes, you have not
Okay.
signed the adventurers contract yet. Let me write on it.
Maybe,
But no,
maybe we could sign that when we have a drink sometime.
in all faithfulness, this is a mega amount of money, so let's just put it into this fund for the party instead of trying to divide it.
So what else did you find? Was it only coins?
I found these cloths.
Oh,
They are
please tell me they're pink.
they're not
Neon pink.
No.
Glowing neon pink.
darkish blue.
If a pickpocketing, I can just imagine picking
Yeah.
a pocket with
Then
like
they have a
neon
pickpocketing
gloves.
enchantment, so they should not be too
Yeah.
colorful.
No, they would be like
Does it clash with his letters?
no. They are like
As long as it can be fabulous.
multi, like it's like a combination of a like a really dark blue and a really dark green to make them like to break up the light, so they don't like come off as being a big chunk of dark thing at
Oh,
night.
they look nice.
Okay. So yes, these cloths have a enchantment magic woven into them that makes one's fingers a bit more dexterous when handling certain tasks.
Well, that suits you then. That's good.
They are. I also found a bag of magical beans.
And you can keep those as well. And Alexia starts walking because
Magical
she's like, nope.
beans? Magical
Are you
how?
sure you don't want some magical beans?
I'm not good with magical items.
I'm sure you're fine.
Well, okay, if you are sure about it.
What are magical beans anyway?
Ah, yes. So, magical beans. A bag of magical beans is a magical item. Yeah, would I say magical item? A bag filled with magical beans. Whilst the beans are in the bag, nothing will happen. However, once one throws them to the ground, they explode.
Yes,
If,
most
however,
likely.
instead of throwing them to the ground, you bury them, you plant them in the ground, certain weird magical effects will happen. Sai says as if reciting a book.
Yeah, no, let's not give me something explosive.
It's only if you throw them to the ground. They are perfectly fine otherwise.
I'm quite used to explosives, not gonna lie.
However, explosions is not the actual purpose of the cloths. It is the once one buries them and the magical effect that follow. I once heard a story of one planting them and a giant beanstalk leading to a cloud giant's castle appeared. Also a mummy.
Ooh, that sounds very cool.
Though I've also heard things about weird foods of. It has a very diverse effect.
So you can blow up and it can grow into a palace.
Many things can happen. It's like gambling. You never know what you'll get if you plant them. It can be something good, it can be something bad, it can be something irritating, or it can mean you're dead. Then again,
Gam-
everything can. How
Gambling
many
is
do you
pretty fun.
wish?
I'm
Yeah,
not
like-
good at gambling, but it's pretty fun.
Since Alexia has insisted she does not want anything, we can divide these 7 beans between the 3 of us. Unless, Raven Girl, you wish for a bean as well.
She looks at you like, no.
Alexia will take Haluti off side because it's like safety reasons at this point in her head. Like, you don't give a child explosives. And she's like,
Sai
"You-
is
you-
definitely the type of person to give a child a knife, wait for them to cut themselves, and tell them it was a valuable lesson.
Alexia will just like take Haluti and be like, "You hungry?" And she will start taking out some bread and stuff to make just some small breads for her because she's a raven at the moment. It's fine, as she also eats like some of her rations.
So yes.
So how many
As
beans
there
do I
are-
get?
Well, there are 3 of us and 7 beans. So I would say, why don't we plant 1 bean right now, and then everyone else gets 2.
Sounds good. Can I plant it?
Fenna,
Can I
are
plant
you
it?
alright with this?
Yep.
I'm happy for the 2. Is it the time to plant a bean right now, where we're in this dark?
Oh no,
Dingy
we do it a
place?
bit outside the cave. But it only takes like a minute for the bean to grow. At least for the effect to happen.
Okay. It's quite exciting. I mean, and I would like the 2 for sure, for experimentation purposes only. You understand?
Yeah.
But well, I mean, if we're not on the clock, I'm aware that we need to get little Raven Girl back to her castle.
Mm-hmm. As I said, it only takes a minute for the effect to happen. And if anything too bad, we can take off running.
I'm so on you. I'm so
Good
with you
plan.
there. Running sounds good.
Perfect. In which case, let's break up camp. Plant a bean. Here are your 2. And he starts dividing, giving 2 beans to Silas and to
Fenna?
Fenna.
Thank you so much.
Chat.
Yes, so
Oh no, I'm gonna actually do this. It's the D4. So,
before.
Silas, could you
Yes?
please roll? No, Silas, not Sai.
Sorry.
Could you please roll me a D100?
Oh, Silas is the one going to plant. That doesn't matter, he plants it.
Basically, the moment he gets the 2, he's gonna plant 1.
Oh, we were already planting 1. Because that way it's an even number for us to divide.
Yeah. No,
So not that one person gets 3 of them.
It was just to decide what the effect will be, not to decide who gets to plant. So I rolled a D4 to decide which one of you got to roll a D100.
Yeah, I know.
Alexia is leaving the cave because she's frightened it's gonna explode and takes Haluti with it. She's taking the bird outside, like, hell no.
Oh no. So Silas, wait, who is the one planting the bean?
Silas?
Silas? Okay, okay, 24.
This one is gold. I love this one. Okay.
Let me put it in the chat for people.
Yes, absolutely. Please
Actually,
do.
I'm putting it into the Twitch chat so they can better see it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So, you put the bean into the ground, and after waiting for just a minute, something starts sprouting out of the dirt and the soil. And for a moment, it looks like a rock is just trying to push out. And then it starts looking like your face, but it's a stone. And then slowly, this statue version of Silas grows out of the ground and stands there like a Greek hero, just the most mighty.
Do I look that pretty? Man.
fair enough.
As
It's
you
not-
say that, the statue goes, "You don't."
I do the same. I do the same pose.
Yeah. "You don't, I do, and I can prove it."
Well, you look like me, so I guess that proves it.
I take that as a insult, and I shall spear you with my stick.
You will what now? Could you repeat
Well,
that?
I'm sharing a brain with you, so obviously it's a little bit confused. But we are smart. I shall challenge you to a duel to prove that I am obviously the most perfect of the two of us. Just look at me.
Your rudeness makes you ugly.
I've been told that too. Usually those people telling me that don't live long.
Well, I tend to live long.
Now, this whole time, this statue has not moved at all. Like, not even the mouth is moving. I'm just doing gestures because of
Who
the
raised you anyway? Like, your mother and father must have been really bad people, and mine are really bad. Or at least my father. So I assume yours must have been even worse. Unlike you, I'm not rude.
I do not understand this concept of raised. I quite obviously grew out of the ground in this perfect shell of a being. Now, your insults shall not go unanswered. Fight me.
I'm going to cut my finger, and I'm going to draw a dick on its face.
Sure, be rude about it.
What are you
That's a
doing?
much-
Unhand me, you cur!
No.
I'm so glad I took the kid outside at this point.
We are outside.
We are outside.
You are outside.
Oh, for fun! And she's just like holding over Haluta's ears, like, no, no, no.
Do ravens even have ears?
Yes.
They have ear holes.
Okay.
So she's basically like, nope, nope.
Fenna comes over to Alexia and she looks up and says, "Well, this is rather unexpected, wasn't it?"
Well, with his ego, I'm not surprised.
I don't have an ego.
Oh, they're far away from you at this point.
Oh.
I shall fight you. I shall pummel you into the dirt. Unhand me.
I'm not holding you. I'm drawing a penis on you.
Why would you insult me like this?
So that's a rude one. You started.
Now, will hurt you.
How? You're standing still. You're a statue. What you gonna do? You gonna stand there on me?
I
much-
shall.
Wait. I'm gonna try and lift it.
Sure. Give me. Okay. Give me an athletics check.
13.
Yeah. You managed to lift it. It's very cumbersome. It's very unbalanced. And as you lift it, you just hear, now you're holding, put me down. I will crush you like the bug you are.
You're too heavy. Puts the statue down. What material does it seem to be?
Gray stone. I'm not good with stone, but it's a grayish kind of smooth, almost
Right.
like not Minecraft andesite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about that color.
So, Sai, is this the supposed effect of this bean? Growing up insulting statues?
One of the many.
Hmm.
There are multiple things
Fascinating.
that could happen. I am not aware of all of them. However, this is definitely something that could have happened. I'm sure it will stop speaking after a while. Though it might be best to dump it in the back of the cave.
Well, I feel like it's very, very rude. Did I feel anything while lifting it? As if it affected me in any way?
No. It felt like lifting a statue that was hurling insults at you.
Alright. I'm gonna kind of stand it pretty on top of like a rock or something. So you're just basically gonna insult me. Is that what you do? Do you do anything else useful?
I am certainly more useful than you are.
By standing still and insulting people?
Well, I am a perfect statue. What do you expect the statue would do? I could tip over and crush you. Or you could fight me like, a person with honor.
Alright. And I'm gonna swing the big metal rod.
Sure. Roll an attack.
And just try to knock off the head.
Sure thing. Roll an attack.
Let's see, do I need to rage to reckless?
Yes, you do. I think. Yes. Maybe. Let me double check.
I think
Very
you
good
have
job.
to.
No, I don't need to. Oh, in that case, I'm going to attack it recklessly.
Yeah. Okay. Roll an attack.
17.
That hits. Roll damage. As your staff makes contact with the head, you feel like it's almost like bending slightly. And you see like a bit of the ear is chipped off. And you definitely see a little bit of a crack that happened along the shoulder. You notice that it seems to be almost a natural crack forming.
Yep.
So if you swing again with that kind of force and hit just right, you could knock the head off.
I ask it, so you're gonna hit back?
I will harm you! Fight me properly! And nothing happens. Yeah, that will definitely hit.
6 damage.
You see the crack widen slightly and pop back. Another bit of like the side of the head splinters off, and the statue. Let me see, what does it do? So it's immobile. An animate, immobile stone statue makes verbal threats against you. So it's gonna keep like, I will come back and haunt you in your dreams, you dishonorable thing.
I just look at the others and I'm like, can you believe this guy?
I just like that Fenna and Alexia is walking with the girl like.
You're already walking on ahead.
Slowly, just to make sure the poor girl doesn't see this.
Yeah, I mean, Fenna is like glancing back, a little bit worried, as she sees Sailor's attacking himself. In her head, she's thinking, "Is this some sort of symbiotic hate here that he's drawing dicks on himself and wanting to hit his head off? I mean, the poor boy has been. What is doing has done to him.
She's just thinking this, right?
No, she's probably muttering it to herself. Fenna may or may not. Alexia may or may not hear it, but she's muttering it to herself, just like really distraught as they're walking away.
You know, you might be right. I mean, the first thing he did when he introduced himself, I mean, and she does take her hood off. Mm-hmm. I am a half elf, and the first thing he did was apologize for being an abomination. I think it's really sad. I mean, some elves are nice. They don't care that I'm half human, and some elves are like, oh, you would have been better if you're, whole elf and blah blah blah. I'm like, eh. And he's just apologized. I think he really does have some hate for himself. I'm sorry, Haluti, that you need to hear this, but
she's pecking at your hand like, let me go. Like,
she's fully armored. She's like,
yeah, she's trying to like, her beak is trying to get your finger. Like, get.
Do you want some more bread? And she takes out a new bread piece.
She puts her talons up like.
You will get with Sai soon. I just think Silas needs some time to process his inner self.
Oh, that was a bad roll.
Yeah.
Is that telepathically?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have to start that better conversation. Bond.
So
Yes.
she has no idea that Haluti wants to be free. She just sees her begging. Like, what? What do I do? What's wrong? You hungry?
Psycho! What's it? Yeah, no, a 9. You feel it make contact, but nothing happens, and you can tell that, okay, that didn't have the same power as before. And yeah, the statue just goes, like I said, I will haunt you.
You know, this is a pretty single-sided fight. It would be more interesting if you fought back.
I will. Well, I don't want to.
You said you would.
Well, sometimes you have to take the higher ground against villains and scoundrels.
I mean, you're not wrong. I'm just thinking you're missing the point. You're the one who started this. And I just hit him again.
Yep, that definitely hits. That's a good hit.
fire damage.
Yeah. As that's final swing lands, you see the crack go from like the side of his neck all like across the chest, and his upper torso just falls off. It's rock like straight through, so it's just bisected a statue. And it's currently lying like on its side, head down into the dirt, and like basically balancing on an elbow in the dirt.
Right? Is it still talking?
Yes, but you can't understand it. It's in the dirt.
This is some good therapy. Thank you, Lion, for bringing me such joy. And then I'll basically lift up the statue. Is there a cliff nearby or anything like that?
Well, if you want to climb, there is one, but other than that, no.
Oh, that would have been fun, but no. In that case, I'll just kind of bury the head.
And on that note, we are going to be leaving this session.